a stormy night in 356 BCE, as thunder roared and lightning illuminated the ancient city of Pella, a child was born, a child destined to change the course of history forever. That child was Alexander, later known as the Great. Whispers of prophecy surrounded his birth, foretelling that he would rise to unite empires and bring glory to his people. From the very beginning, his story carried the weight of greatness. Alexander was no ordinary child. Raised in the shadow of his ambitious father, King Philip II, and his fiercely determined mother, Olympias, Alexander absorbed strength from both. While Olympias imbued him with the belief that he was descended from gods, Philip saw his son's potential and entrusted his education to none other than Aristotle, the greatest philosopher of the time. Imagine Alexander, just a boy, sitting under the shade of an oak tree, learning about philosophy, science, and politics. These teachings were not just lessons. They were seeds that would grow into a vision vast enough to encompass the world. And yet, Alexander wasn't just a scholar, he was a warrior. At the age of 12, he accomplished what no man could, a feat that became legend. He tamed Bucephalus, a wild horse feared by many, but understood by Alexander. His courage and determination knew no bounds, hinting at the leader he would soon become. When tragedy struck and his father was assassinated, Alexander, just 20 years old, ascended to the throne. The kingdom was trembling, the alliances fragile. But Alexander didn't flinch. With steely resolve, he silenced rebellions, solidified alliances, and prepared his army for what would be remembered as the greatest campaign in ancient history, the conquest of the Persian Empire. It began in 334 BCE, when Alexander led his modest army across the Hellespont into Asia Minor. His first victory at the Battle of Granicus sent ripples through the region, but this was only the beginning. In 333 BCE, at the Battle of Issus, Alexander faced King Darius III of Persia. Outnumbered and surrounded, he relied on his tactical genius, employing the wedge formation to shatter Persian lines. The sight of Alexander at the forefront of his army, charging into battle, remains etched in the annals of history. But his crowning glory came in 331 BCE at the Battle of Gaugamela. The scene was breathtaking. Thousands of soldiers clashing amidst dust and chaos, the Persian Empire's might crumbling against Alexander's precision and strategy. His victory at Gaugamela wasn't just a military triumph. It was the moment he became ruler of the known world. Cities fell, empires bowed, and Alexander's empire stretched from Greece to Egypt and beyond. Alexander wasn't driven solely by the thirst for land. His ambition was far greater. He dreamed of a united world, a melting pot of cultures and ideas. Everywhere he went, he left more than footprints. He founded over 20 cities, the most iconic being Alexandria in Egypt. These cities became centers of knowledge and culture, embodying his vision to merge East and West. He adopted the customs of the lands he conquered, even marrying a Persian princess to symbolize unity. This bold move was met with criticism by his own Macedonian men, but Alexander's charisma and vision never wavered. He didn't just conquer, he connected, inspiring a fusion of cultures now known as the Hellenistic Age. In 323 BCE, at just 32 years old, Alexander's meteoric rise was cut short in Babylon. The details of his death remain shrouded in mystery. Was it poison, illness, or simply exhaustion from relentless ambition? Whatever the cause, his passing marked the end of an era. His empire fragmented, but his legacy endured. Even today, Alexander's name is synonymous with boundless ambition, genius, and the power to unite. His vision of a connected world laid the foundation for the Hellenistic Age, influencing art, science, and philosophy for centuries to come. Alexander wasn't just a king or a conqueror. He was a dreamer, a man who saw beyond the limits of his time, who dared to imagine a world bigger than himself. His story reminds us that greatness isn't just about power, but about vision. And though centuries have passed, Alexander the Great remains a beacon of inspiration.